1976 was a strange, wonderful year for the radio. Disco was exploding, CB radios were suddenly everywhere, and some of the biggest songs in the country came from people who never had another hit again. A duck impersonator topped the charts. A blues guitarist let someone else sing his song. A grieving story about a dog became a national tearjerker.
Shannon is gonna.
Here are 10 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1976 that still sound just as good today. Stick around for number 1, a song written after a single heartbreaking conversation between two friends. Number 10, Right Back Where We Started From, by Maxine Nightingale. This one almost never got recorded properly at all. Songwriter Pierre Tubbs booked a cheap 3-hour demo session in London, just trying to knock out a handful of songs quickly and cheaply. Maxine Nightingale sang 2 of them, including this one, and the whole thing reportedly cost less than £100 to make. Nobody expected that scrappy little demo to become the final version. It climbed all the way to number 2 in America in 1976 and became one of the defining disco anthems of the year, all from a session nobody thought was anything more than a rough sketch. Number 9, Let Your Love Flow, by the Bellamy Brothers.
Just let your love flow like a mountain stream.
Neil Diamond passed on this song. So did singer Johnny Rivers. It had been written by Diamond's own roadie, Larry Williams, who couldn't get anyone interested in recording it.
Now there's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a
Then Diamond's drummer brought a demo tape over to 2 struggling brothers from Florida, named Howard and David Bellamy, telling them it sounded like something they'd do. They agreed, cut it in just a couple of takes using Diamond's own backing band, and it shot straight to number 1.
Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love.
The Bellamy Brothers went on to become huge country stars, but this song, passed over by everyone else first, remained their biggest pop hit ever. Number 8, A Fifth of Beethoven by Walter Murphy. A 23-year-old jingle writer had an odd idea. Take Beethoven's famous Fifth Symphony and turn it into a disco track. He recorded nearly every instrument on it himself and mailed the demo out to record labels, where it was mostly ignored. One executive finally took a chance on it, but insisted it be credited to a fake band instead of just Murphy's name alone. It became a surprise number 1 hit, then found an even bigger audience a year later. When it was tucked into the soundtrack of Saturday Night Fever, giving Beethoven himself an unlikely disco resurrection. Number 7, Welcome Back, by John Sebastian.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
A decade after leading the Lovin' Spoonful to massive 60s fame, John Sebastian was struggling to find any solo success at all.
We always could spot a friend. Welcome back.
Then a television producer asked him to write a theme song for a new sitcom about a Brooklyn teacher, tentatively titled Just Caught Her.
Yeah, we tease him a lot 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back.
Sebastian tried to rhyme something with the name Cotter and quickly gave up, since the only word that fit was otter. Instead, he wrote something looser about coming home again. The producers loved it so much, they renamed the entire show after the song's title, and it shot to number 1, giving Sebastian his only major solo hit. Number 6, Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
Somebody turn around and shout it, play that funky music, Wiley boy.
Wild Cherry was a hard rock cover band struggling to book gigs as disco took over every club in the region. During one show in Pittsburgh, an audience member shouted at the band to play some funky music.
Yeah, they were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving.
The drummer repeated the line back to the singer, Rob Parisi, who grabbed a pen from the bartender and scribbled the whole song down on a drink order pad in about 5 minutes.
And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, play that.
His own label worried the lyrics might cause trouble and almost buried it as a B-side. Instead, it shot to number 1 on both the pop and R&B charts, becoming one of the biggest crossover hits of the decade. Number 5, Disco Duck by Rick Dees.
Disco, disco
Rick Dees was a Memphis radio disc jockey who wrote this novelty song about a man who turns into a dancing duck, using a voice he'd heard a guy doing at his gym. It became a massive hit almost everywhere, except in Dees' own city, where his station forbade him from playing it to avoid any conflict of interest. When he casually mentioned on air that he wasn't allowed to play his own song, his station fired him on the spot, just 5 days before the record hit #1 nationwide. He landed at a rival station immediately and never looked back. Number 4, Afternoon Delight by Starland Vocal Band.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight.
Songwriter Bill Danoff got the idea for this one from a restaurant happy hour menu in Washington, D.C., which had a section literally titled Afternoon Delights. He wrote the song over several months, often on Sunday afternoons while watching football.
Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight.
What sounded like an innocent little tune about fireworks turned out to be one of the most successful bits of double meaning in pop music history.
We can make a lot of loving for the sun gone down.
It hit #1, won 2 Grammy Awards including Best New Artist, and beat out a little band called Boston for that honor, a result that still surprises people who look it up today. Number 3, Fooled Around and Fell in Love by Elvin Bishop.
But then I fooled around and fell in love.
Blues guitarist Elvin Bishop wrote this one, but he never sang a note of it on the record. He felt his gravelly voice couldn't carry a love song like this, so he handed the vocal to Mickey Thomas, a background singer in his touring band.
I just tear around that day. Oh, Lord.
Thomas nailed it in essentially 2 takes, and the song climbed all the way to number 3. It turned out to be a career-changing moment for Thomas, too.
But then I fooled around and fell in love.
Who was soon recruited to become the lead singer of Jefferson Starship, all because Elvin Bishop had the good sense to know his own limits. Number 2, Convoy by C.W. McCall. C.W. McCall wasn't even a real person. He was a character invented by an advertising executive named Bill Fries for a series of bread commercials. When the CB radio craze swept the country, Fries wrote an entire song in trucker slang, narrating a fictional convoy of truckers outrunning police across state lines.
We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
He didn't sing a note of it, just talked over the track in a rumbling drawl. It became a runaway #1 hit, inspired a Hollywood movie 2 years later, and made an ad man from Omaha into one of the most unlikely chart toppers of the decade. Number 1, Shannon by Henry Gross. Henry Gross was on tour with the Beach Boys in 1975 when Carl Wilson invited him over for lunch. While the 2 dogs got mixed up over Wilson's own 2 huskies stealing their food, Gross mentioned he had an Irish setter at home named Shannon. Wilson went quiet, then said he'd had an Irish setter with that exact same name, who had recently been killed by a car. Gross wrote the song that same evening with ocean sounds playing in the background to help drown out his noisy upstairs neighbor, thinking of Carl's loss the entire time. It climbed to number 6, became a gold record, and to this day remains one of the most quietly devastating songs anyone's ever written about losing a pet. Which of these 10 took you completely by surprise? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe to Decade Legends for more forgotten stories behind the songs you grew up with.